President William Samoei Ruto is being pressured to deliver in 2 years what was delivered by his predecessors in 60 years. That is not my sentiment, but from the Kiborek MP in a gathering somewhere where he was saying that sometimes human beings could be so unfair to others, because to him it seems like Kenyan citizens are trying to push the president to make sure that he performs extra optimally than the predecessors did. No, first of all, let us debunk if this statement is a rumor with regards to 60 years or not. Moi Daniel Toroitich ruled for 24 years. There came Kibaki, who ruled for 10 years. If you add 10 to 24, that is 34. Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta ruled for again 10 years. Now we have 34 plus 10, that is 44 years. So that is a lie, because we have a 16-year gap. So he ought to have said that Kenyans are demanding or pressuring William Samoei Ruto to develop the nation, or to perform in 2 years what his predecessors could not do in 44 years. But nonetheless, that is not the bone to chew here. First of all, let me give you a taste of what he said before I continue with my analysis.
Unajua hii dunia saa zingine kunakuwa na unfairness mingi sana. Binadamu saa zingine wanaweza kukujudge kwa njia sio. Nilikuwa naambia juzi Mheshimiwa Raila kwa macho ya kwamba hii wa Kenya wanataka kuweka pressure rais yetu afanye ile vitu haikufanywa na Uhuru Kenyatta na Kibaki na Moi na Kenyatta kwa miaka 60. Unataka mtoto ya mtu afanye na miaka 2. Inawezekana kweli hata kama ni wewe?
Now, you've heard him even saying that I even told Raila Amolo Odinga that these people are so unfair and they want President William Samoei Ruto to perform in 2 years what his predecessors could not do in 60 years. First and foremost, we know the Kenyan constitution provides for a 5-year term when an elective position like the presidency, the gubernatorial seat, a senatorial seat, whether the member of parliament, a women representative, senator, or even the member of county assembly. It goes for a 5-year term. When you are elected again, you can go for another 5-year term, either consistently or inconsistently, right? Now, when you are campaigning, you always have this in mind: 5-year term. You don't have in mind 10 years term. And in your manifesto, you well document the things that you're going to focus on. Like the Kenya Kwanza manifesto during the campaigns, they were so much concerned about the bottom-up economy, whereby they will see money trickling from the top coming down to the common mwananchi, the mamamboga, the watu ya boda boda, the way they used to talk about. They promised to strengthen or make better the institution of health. They promised to make better the institution of agriculture. They promised to make better the institution of health and stabilize the economy as soon as he is sworn in and puts that Bible down. Nonetheless, what happened is not what was promised, and that is what Kenyans are telling Mr. President. You promised to do 1, 2, 3, but you are not doing it. Instead, you are continuing to oppress us. In fact, you have taken the behavior of the previous regimes. For instance, we have the abductions, we have the extra-judicial killings. People are state-sanctioned abductions are happening in real time. Even one of your CSs has talked about it. That is Justin Muturi. He is a victim. His son was abducted, and it took his great intervention to reach you and came to State House to talk with you. You called Nudin Haj, who admitted that yes, we got his son and he will be released in an hour or 2 hours time, and that happened. But when Just him to recall, dude didn't hide himself. He denied, like, hey, we don't know, we don't have your son, we don't know where he is, but actually we are trying to look into it. So it is clearly that there is a squad that is formed to abduct Kenyans. How could you be a government that eats its own people? Then when people criticize you, you send your emissaries like the Kiburek MP, Akina Kimani Ichungwa, Sudi Oscar, to come and talk on your behalf, trying to sanitize you. I mean, it doesn't just happen that way. And right now, you have really and change the topography of politics such that you want to create actually the people of the mountain. What is happening between Rigathi Gachagua and let's say that Mwangi guy, the former Mungiki leader? What is happening is that they are trying to create a monster out of these two, so that they two can get into conflict and start fighting. Then the need for peace caravan to Mount Kenya be seen, because you cannot bring or tend to quell war where there is no war. You cannot go say that we want to establish peace here, yet there is no warring parties. People are in total peace. There is thayo, what they call in Kikuyu language, peace, thayo. So you cannot say that we are creating peace where peace is existing for ever since its establishment. You understand? So these are tactics that the government is using. So if the government is not performing, you cannot come and say, hey, we've only been here for 2 years. I mean, 2 years is a great deal if you are a leader who has always planned himself and, that you are working within timelines. Trust me, then everything that you promised shall be done. There is no way you cannot say, there is no way you could say that we've been only in power for 2 years, we are going to 3 years. I want to give an example, and even at some point I did ask her, hey, would you try emulate Peter Salasia in Mumia's East? The guy is doing developments. He's doing schools. The other day I saw an erection of KMTC blocked alongside other schools. The impact is felt, and that's just from the CDF allocation. Until some members are feeling so jealous of him, and now they want to scrap off the CDF. Hey, what is happening with this nation? Actually, it has reached a point whereby we are not even concerned about the development. We are concerned about how backwards this regime is taking us. This regime is taking us so backward. Right now, everyone, businessmen are crying. There is no money. Money is not circulating in the economy. Those who are employed, the deductions in their pay slip are so massive that they can't even manage to pay a school fee. They can't even manage common commodities. All that happens with their money, sometimes they get into loans, and when the pay slip comes, it is deducted until they have nothing to take back home. Those are the people that are complaining. So the MP for Kiburet, kindly get your facts right before you come and defend Mr. William Samuel Ruto. Get to know that we are not dealing with a case of psychophancy here. We are on ground, and we are the people who are doing business. Better you have a salary. Kenyans will pay taxes. You are so comfortable. You will get your pay, and how other people live their life is none of your business. For us, we are concerned. For God's sake, or for even crying out loud, we are concerned because these impacts directly into our pockets. We know in this current time and era, there is not much you can do without income. This is a capitalist economy. There is nothing much you can do. You want a business premise, you got to part with rent. You got to part with the business permit. You got to pay the license fee. for the specific business that you are doing. Literally, there is nothing you would establish and do without incurring certain costs. So it's not like we are not seeing what the president is doing because we are actually not seeing it. That is the truth. Right now, the president is not even thinking about development. He's already getting into campaign mode. Right now, you guys are campaigning. Truth be told, the campaigns have started. William Samuel Ruto is already into 2027 elections. Then you want to tell me there is nothing much he could do. Instead of, going and responding to what Rigathi Gachagua talks of him, he should be actually performing so that he could tell people, you see, what you guys are saying is total propaganda and lies. I'm performing. I've done this. Look at the roads. There are 1,000 kilometers that you promised in Western Kenya. Not even a single, not even 1 meter of the road, of the tarmac road has been done. Those are the things we are crying for. We are not crying for heaven to come and create itself here in Kenya. No, we are crying that Mr. President kindly deliver on the promises that you made during the campaigns before the elections, and the pledges you also made after you took oath of office. Those are the kind of things that Kenyans want you to perform and say, hey, on such a day I promised this, and today I have delivered. On such a day, I said this. Even if it's about your kutenga sitting aside, say, on such a day, I did set aside funds for constructing this, and today I'm launching this. On such a day, I made an effort to say that I'll do this. So, all we see is a culture of lies and unfulfilled promises. That is why we are calling you. So, we are not a kind of a society that such leaders will simply come and lie to us that the president is performing. And hey, if you've shown us to be incompetent in your first term, do we really need to give you a second term? Not really. What's your thought on this? Give us your take in the comment section below. If you're watching us from our YouTube channel, kindly subscribe and press the notification button so anytime that we are live or we upload content of this nature, you'll be the very first person to be notified. Ahmed Khalif is my name for the Unscripted Talks here in Durb Radio. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Kwa timba kali za Afrika, Durb Radio ndio mpango mzima.